Guys, I'm not even like 5 minutes in and ugh. I have put it off long enough, so now it's time to play State of the Union Bingo. I'm not actually excited about this. I am still sick, so if this makes me sicker, I'm suing someone. This is our bingo card or board or whatever. I will be crossing things off as we go. Now, I didn't watch it yesterday. I watched the People's State of the Union live, but I did tune in to the beginning of the other State of the Union, Trump's State of the Union, and yes, it did start late, so we will be crossing that off of our board. Crossing off our free space. And crossing off starts late. This is how it's going so far.
To escort the President of the United States into the chamber. The gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Scalise. The gentleman from Minnesota, Mr. Emmer.
I wonder if Emmer remembered to bring his knee pads and his throat numbing spray.
The gentlewoman from Michigan.
Ah, the procession of the clowns are coming in. I forgot to mention that I have a substitute tab here, right over here, and it is if he mentions how great the economy is. So, I think this constitutes as qualifying.
Our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
So if we don't have a bingo, I can substitute this one for the bingo. So crossing it off. And no, that's not cheating. It's my game, my rules.
In recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years. Year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father. I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born. Substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave...
I think that can count as a rambling. No one gives a fuck about your dad.
A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. The hottest.
Why does he keep saying that? If he keeps going, we're gonna get a bingo. Before I continue, they're not camera, I don't know if it's because I'm watching like the PBS live or whatever, but they're not really focusing on his decaying hand. So I did search it, and he did have makeup on his decaying hand. Makeup to cover his decaying hand.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, 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 you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever.
I think that qualifies as crossing off the, even though his approval ratings are so low, they're in Earth's crust, he's going to boast about being the most liked and most popular and doing the best president stuff ever any president has ever done. I love winning. Not because of him, because he's making us all lose. And to continue on, you know, he went right into the next one that I get to cross off. The stupid hockey team.
Here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
Congrats, you won for the first time again in decades, and the women's team wins every fucking time. Rita's bingo. Rita's bingo. Rita's bingo.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up.
I think that counts as mentioning that the Democrats are sitting silently, and most of them didn't get up. Keep it going, Donnie boy. I got you figured out.
Just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling.
John Barron, is that you? We're gonna cross it off. Oh, John Barron.
Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New Scam, open borders for everyone, and even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while.
What'd you say?
Beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on.
Significantly. Coming down significantly. Thanks, buddy. Oh, I'm so tired. Physically and of hearing his voice.
Up and show your stop illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. That cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. Last year, Charlie was violently murdered.
I'm surprised she showed up without the WWE pyrotechnics, but, you know, whatever.
Leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very impressive. They couldn't believe, they all watched. They saw what happened. This is a different fighting force than we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force. Space Force is my baby. As we did that.
Baby.
My baby becoming so important.
My baby. My baby, and they pan to his actual children. Why are we talking about Space Force when we're talking about taking out the cartel? Hello? It counts.
And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Done. And sitting here has made my butt hurt more than my brain hurts trying to understand his thought processes. But let's talk. This is our current bingo board. Now, let's go through the things that were not talked about, but were kind of talked about. So, I had on here, it mentions Obama. He did not mention Obama directly, but he did mention Obamacare. So that kind of mentions Obama, but not enough for me to mark it as an actual, like, black X. But I'm going to mark these, like, subtle hints at things as yellow X's, just for visual purposes. He did not mention Greenland, so we can't mark it off. I had on here that he announces some sort of tariff rebate thing. Now, he did not announce a tariff rebate, but he did mention a lot about how, because there are tariffs in place, that is adding extra money to the economy that the government is then using for the people, supposedly. So, we'll mark it with a yellow X. Nicki Minaj was not in attendance. I'm actually kind of disappointed. I had on here, you know, I mentioned it before, the war with Iran. And again, it wasn't said that we're going to war with Iran, but it was said if we can handle this diplomatically, that would be nice. But if not, pre-threat. So, mark that. He mentioned Minnesota fraud, the Somali fraud, but that is a big excuse for why ICE was deployed to Minnesota. That was their excuse, right? Taking care of fraud, taking care of criminals. So he did not mention ICE directly and didn't mention the situation in Minnesota. Gee, I wonder why. But kind of mentioned the reason for it. So again, yellow X. He did not mention midterm elections. And he also didn't call anyone a loser, although he did spend a good portion of the night insulting the Democrats, but he didn't call anyone a loser, so I guess we can't put that on there. He did not mention the files at all, and he didn't mention his Board of Peace, which is like, wow. So, this is the state of our board right now. If our yellow X's counted, we would have one bingo on top, and that would be it. But, see, I have my substitute. So, I'm putting my substitute right here. Says something about Greenland. He did not say something about Greenland, but he did mention Ukraine and Venezuela and Cambodia and Thailand and Kosovo and Pakistan and India and Mexico and Israel and Palestine and Russia. He also mentioned, what else? Literally everywhere else, and I could substitute that country with anything. So that is where my X is going. So, with that said, we have 2 bingos. Diagonal. Let's go back to our yellow. Or, let's go green. diagonally, and right here. And if our yellow one counted, then we would also have here, but it doesn't technically count. So this is the state of our bingo card. Yes, we got bingo. Who's surprised? Absolutely no one. In conclusion, that was incredibly boring. Barely anything of importance was said. It was just like kind of a gloat fest and an insult fest, and like here are some actual great people who have done great things in America, and yeah, it was all lies. It was all boring. And I feel like I just wasted 2 hours of my time. But I'm so glad that's over. Please don't make me do this again.